I'd like to talk about how to buy a house in Kingsland City. It's pretty easy. Doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in Zambia, South Africa, America, Canada, Australia. No matter where you are on this planet, you can buy yourself right here in Kingsland City in Lusaka. It's pretty easy. What you need to do is go to our social media platforms, that's on Facebook or Instagram. Browse through the photos that we've posted of the homes here in Kingsland. When you see the one that you like, call us on 0960 666 888.
Whether you're a young professional, growing family, or retiree, Kingsland City offers homes tailored to every lifestyle.
The number once again is 0960 666 888. Call that number, ask for a purchase card and a sample contract so you can better understand the terms and conditions of buying a house in Kingsland City.
Kingsland City is in the process of developing a new area. Grab this opportunity and get a house in Kingsland City. Make a down payment of $10,000 and secure a house in Kingsland City. Promotional prices start from $55,000 to $60,000 for now. For more information, call 0960 666888.
Dun 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 dun.
Don't bring COVID here now.
No, listen. When I sneeze, I am christening the place. So it's a good thing.
Where were you again?
What do you mean?
Kobe.
Man, Kalumbila is a beautiful place.
Oh, crap. So the photo you sent is from the golf club, right?
Yes.
Oh, dope. I've DJed there 3-4 times before.
They're selling land there.
Yeah.
And
it's a good place. Fertile land.
man, it is a beautiful place.
You know,
So I took a drive into Solwezi and spent a night in Solwezi and then went to Kalumbila. It was like an hour or so drive away. Not only is the road so scenic, there's also a ton load of kids too.
kids.
Those people, they are fucking, bro.
Kalumbila.
Bruh.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't really blame them. Look at how much entertainment they have there. Because every time I've done a gig in Kalumbila, the way people just show up and complain about how they've been lacking in entertainment, and when you show up with the sound system, by the marketplace,
Yes.
with the around the, is it a hotel, apartments? There's a marketplace like.
So I just went straight to the golf club.
Okay, when you enter Kalumbila, there's like a marketplace that's like some open area, concrete.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've
so
seen
we
that.
usually do the parties there, like right in the middle of the marketplace.
So
now when you do-
close to where the shop is and
Exactly.
yeah.
It's shop is by after the filling station and all.
Yes,
So when
yes,
you
yes.
set up a party there, just sound system, even just like 30-40 minutes, the place just packs up. You know what I mean? Because people are that bored in Kalumbila. It's crazy.
They're like zombies. They hear music. They're like, follow the music. But
Yeah, but I know your
it's-
experience,
it's a beautiful place. I won't hold you. There's a dam there. So the guys were explaining to me how they decommission a mine, like when it's just a pit, is they fill it up with water and it also becomes a dam.
That's after they've got all the copper they need from it.
Correct.
And they don't need it anymore.
Yes.
Where does the water come from though? Could be a dumb question, but those pits are huge.
Like Lusaka girls?
Those pits are huge. The pits. I'm trying to avoid your nonsense, right? It's 2025. I'm avoiding trouble at all costs. So yeah.
Is that why you've been?
I'm not.
Is that why you? I need to take off my shoes as well. Is that why you've been moving around with your boyfriend?
I'm not participating.
Is that
in
why
any...
you've been moving around with your little boyfriend now?
Who's that?
Stefan.
Oh no, Stefan and I are working on some interesting things. You'll be seeing that very soon.
What are you working on?
He's a good guy. What? Sorry, what are you trying to insinuate here?
Gob, I need that meme of the Ugandan journalist.
Don't.
Is there anybody with glasses here?
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Push it down.
Is there anybody with glasses? I need glasses right now. I desperately need... Jesus Christ. Do you have glasses, Gob?
What's his name again? Julius Pepe.
Why are you gay?
Oh, fair. Nah, Stefan and I are working on interesting things, and there's actually a certain government branch that wants to work with him. Mm-hmm. So when you see me and him, it's because I've actually, based off the issues that Stefan and I had. Yes, I regretted what I said. I apologized to him.
You do not regret that. You regret the backlash.
I regretted both. It's because honestly, it's not in my nature to attack people that way. I regretted it.
In
I don't know where
public.
my mind was.
In public.
No, if it's you.
No.
I will attack you any day. But let me finish. Let me finish.
You have sent me shit about people. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, it's probably like we're just joking and stuff. But anyway. So off that and how it just blew up, and then I apologized to him, and somebody high up in government was watching that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they call me and they say, very mature of you to reach out to Stefan in that way. I'd like to work with both of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so reach out to Stefan. I'm in America right now. When I get back, I want to meet the both of you. Mm-hmm. So yesterday the meeting happened, but Stefan couldn't attend, so I represented him in the meeting, and big things are about to happen for the boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm going to be like...
the mediator.
His proxy kind of thing, yeah.
But why does he need a proxy?
What is what?
Why does he need one?
So based off what they told me, they just want somebody a bit more experienced in media to hold his hand as he crosses this road. Yeah. Figure of speech. So anywho, so Kalumbila, you enjoyed yourself? Any other stops you made?
Kitwe. And
how's Kitwe?
they kept... I'm alive.
I was waiting for that.
I'm alive.
Because I know after the Donovan Gray episode, Kitwe has been a bit scary for you and I.
Not for me.
No?
In fact, I lie. Let me tell you.
You do lie.
So it's the second time that I've been to Kitwe in as many weeks. The first time that I went there, Gob, do you have your microphone there? First time I went there, Virgin. First time I went, I stopped over in Mozambique. I have lunch. All right. You ever get into a place and you can feel people's eyes on you? That happened to me. So then I asked the waitress, hey, listen, is there a car wash close by? No, I didn't want a car wash. I wanted shisha. So I asked them where I can find shisha. They told me the place. So I leave Mozambique, that is at Mukubamo, and I start driving down the road. So typically I do this, and I don't know if anybody else in the room does this. If I get into a restaurant, I pick a table which is right by the wall and faces the door because I would like to see people come in.
People of a certain sex?
No. I want to see
just generally.
Just for
Not
my
the
safety.
babes.
No. For my safety, I want to watch people come in.
All right, if you say so.
So I don't want anybody sitting behind me.
Is this like from your military training or something?
No, I'm just paranoid.
All right, cool.
So I finish my lunch, I get in my car, I start driving. 5 minutes into my drive, so I keep checking my mirror, and there's a green Hilux. 10 minutes into my drive, the Hilux is still there. So I figure, listen, Kitwe is not a big place. They're probably going the same direction I'm going. Anyway, let me make a left. So I make a random left, and so did they. I make a random right, and so did they. I said, if I make a right again and they make a right, they clearly follow me. Because now this time, I have literally just made a U-turn. So then I make a right again, and so did they. So then I pull over to the side of the road. So I stop. They passed me. 10 minutes ahead of me, they stopped too.
And?
So I start driving and I drive right next to their car. I lower my window and I look into the car, the heaviest tint I've ever seen in my life. But I could see the silhouette of a person and it was a woman. I made a U-turn to go back the direction that I was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I canceled my reservation at the hotel that I made my reservation because I'm not going to stay in Kitwe anymore. I'm driving back to
Not after the Jonathan Gray episode.
I'm driving back to Ndola at this point. And then I went into our WhatsApp Patreons group and I say exactly what has happened.
Yeah.
Did you read the response? In fact, before I posted that, someone in the group
had already texted saying, there's a friend of mine.
I know. They said, Elson,
are you driving so and so?
Yes, are you driving this car and are you wearing a white cap? And I'm like, how did you know? They said, a friend of mine has texted saying, we've seen your favorite podcaster in Kitwe. And I said, what car does your friend drive? He said, a green Hilux. I'm like, you are not going to scare me half to death.
Yeah, but that friend is a creep though.
Bruh.
Why follow the guy?
Why not just come
Why
up
not
to
call
me
your
and say
friend
hi?
and tell Elson to stop at least? You know what I mean? As
Bruh.
opposed to freaking out.
So I just had to go back the hotel and say, hey, listen, now I was just joking. I'm coming to stay there again.
Fam, Kitwe, I know. Man, New Year's night. I didn't tell you the story. Speaking of the drives, bro, I remember the time we were driving to Honorable Gary's house. You had a bit of an issue with the toll gate. You couldn't pay via your Visa card. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you got your e-toll card now?
No.
I advise you to get one.
No.
I think you should. I think everybody should get an e-toll card.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Why not?
How do I top it up?
It's easy, and you've got an Airtel line, right?
No. MTN.
You've got both lines, bro.
I put MTN.
Dude, listen, when you're buying your e-toll card, you write your number in, you punch your number in.
MTN?
You don't have an Airtel. I believe I call an Airtel number.
I want to use MTN.
No, listen, you can use the Airtel number.
Why?
In fact, I want to introduce someone who can make your life way much easier than you're thinking right now about e-tolls. Like, I don't even need to go. I got my toll card from post.net at Manderhill Mall. But the top-ups, I don't even know how it's done, but somebody does it for me. But the important thing for me is the convenience. How when you get to a toll gate, it's like quicker than giving them a 50 kwacha and waiting for change. Just tap and you get a notification on the phone.
Can I use MTN?
I don't know how to use it on MTN.
That's exactly why I'm not getting it.
I'm not saying it's difficult. I'm saying I just don't know how to use it on MTN.
You have someone who does it for you.
I can connect to the person. Why can't I connect to the person?
No, my point is this.
Why can't I connect it to the same person?
No, but here's the thing. What if I didn't know you?
Well, now you know me.
No, now I have to start figuring out how to top up that goddamn card? No,
it's pretty
I'm not
easy.
doing that.
It's pretty easy.
Until they put MTN on it, all right, NRFA, I ain't buying damn cards.
I remember anyway, back to Kitwe. So I was sharing stories about Kitwe. I also had that fear, especially that I was driving to Kitwe for a gig that was advertised with me coming to Kitwe. And remember, there was a guy who called us a month ago saying, I think some people are not happy with you guys after the Donovan Gray episode. I had that fear as well. But I said, listen, if I die in my hometown, well and good. I die because of the podcast. It happened. So at this gig, Switcher DJ'd first, then Gesh Groove, then I was the last to DJ. And it's like towards midnight and people are even like leaving. And there was a throwback gig, right? Start jamming my throwback mix, mostly hip hop. The crowd gets lit. Not that they weren't before, but it gets more lit. People start dancing on tables. The crowd's going crazy. And just past midnight, 2 white girls come in front of me.
2 white girls?
2 white girls. And you know the gesture, like, want to hand you some money? Yeah. So she keeps giving me this gesture. I'm like, I don't quite accept money when I'm DJing. It's just a little something to appreciate your mix, blah, 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 blah.
Was it money?
Listen. So I tell them, I can't accept that. And they keep emphasizing, no, just take it. And we have this back and forth. So I put my headphones on to ignore them and I continue my mix. Because I quite didn't want the money, like genuinely. So this girl, out of anger or frustration or whatever, she squeezes the money in between my laptop and my DJ controller. And I continue DJing. And in the corner of my eye, I see that she's left something and everybody's walked away. I just can't leave the money there. So I put it in my pocket. You know what I mean? And I continue DJing.
Was it a phone number?
Listen, So I finished my mix past midnight. We pack up, Switcher, Gesh and I, and we go to sleep. So I'm taking my clothes off in the room.
You want to sleep with Switch and you took her clothes
No,
off?
come on.
I know it.
We left the place and we went to sleep. So I'm taking my clothes off, right? And I feel papers in the pocket. So I take the papers out.
There were condoms, weren't they?
Listen, this nigga needs some patience. So I dig into the pocket. Lo and behold, it's dollars.
How much?
So I start counting them. $100, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. I'm like, no way. This can't be a tip. 7, 8, 9, 1,000. Like, no way.
27,000.
1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, $1,500 tip. I'm looking for that white girl in Kitwe. It was at Zogi's in Kitwe. I didn't get the name. I took a photo of her like later on.
So what's the money?
I took a video and I'm
So what's the
singing.
money?
The money really helped, bro. Like, because that was like 28th December. Sorted out. I think that's what even paid the school fees. I took everything to school fees. Yeah.
A white girl pay for your child's fees.
It was a tip.
A white
It
girl.
only goes through how much of a good DJ I am, don't you think?
So what does that say about Gash and
They were unlucky. Listen, she may have been drunk by the time I started DJing and felt extremely generous. But if she's tipping a DJ $1,500, how much does this girl have to enjoy in one night?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, eh? Nah, but I think it's a Kitwe thing.
Wait, so back to you and Switch are sleeping naked.
Ah, come on. We're not even in the same room. I was thinking of my mom's house.
So when
I
you
was at my mom's house. He was at the hotel. It was a Shabon hotel. Maybe
okay,
that's where he
so
slept as
when
well.
you left Kitwe, where did you go?
Switch and I went to Nakonde. So him and I were supposed to go in separate cars.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Fam. Wait, so him and I were supposed to use different cars.
We're back
separate
one
cars.
more again. We need
Fam.
Gob. Figure out now is twice that we're inserting that "why are you gay" thing. Figure out how you're going to insert it. Okay.
You know, I think we should load the soundbite because there's some game moments also had last year where I should have played.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one more again
yes.
to the Vaseline of podcasts.
The baby oil.
Which is very fitting after that gay intro that you gave us. The Range Rover of podcasts, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2025. You know how everybody does it. New year, new me.
It's that Z podcast. My name is Kalenga, also known as K+, also known as the Podfather.
Elson is my name. I'm a grown-ass man. That is all I go by.
Right.
Also known as Eli's father. Proud of my boy. Top of the class.
My name is Elson. That's all I'm known as because I'm a grown-ass man. But I'm also known as...
Elson's dad. That's what Eli's dad.
In the same breath, I don't go by any other name. But Eli...
No, that's a title that I am so proud to have.
I'm also proud to have the Podfather. Dude, remember this episode was also brought to you by Brothers Mocktails and of course our friends at Big Tree. Happy New Year to everyone there. Elsha, Kasonde, Mumba, James, Sachin, and the CEO himself, Mr. Mosin.
Why is Sachin last?
I was going up. So you notice I said
what?
Sachin and then Mr. Mosin, the CEO.
So what are you saying about Elsha? She's right there at the bottom.
No, in no particular order.
Oh, you said
and
I was
then
going
up
up.
from there.
You said
In no particular order and then up from there.
We have not been paid, sir. All right, please
Be
watch
careful.
your mouth. Because our transfer would be cancelled mighty fast.
You said what? Actually, in Nyanja accent. You said what?
Watch what you say.
Yeah, so remember mocktails that we have include pina colada, mojito, like the big can you can see there.
Oh, let me tell you.
Strawberry and lime and
let me show you
Cosmo.
something. Let me show you something. So along the road, so it was driving to Kalumbila. I stopped on the side of the road because I had my cooler box and my boot.
Okay.
So I stopped on the side of the road to get myself a pina colada. And there were two guys that were coming from the field. So we struck up a conversation and we just started talking. And I offered them a drink. Wait, let me show you this.
Was it a pina colada?
I offered them a pina colada. This dude ran and got his wife, bro. He ran and got his wife. He got his son.
Where was this?
In between Solwezi and Kalumbila.
Is it before the turn off? Is that junction that takes you to Kasempa this way, Kalumbila to your right?
No, it was like just the I don't know how to describe it. But do I have a photo?
As you're heading towards Lumwana Mines,
Yes.
before Kalumbila, that area.
Yes, yes. Friendliest people I've ever met.
You're actually right.
You see that?
Enjoying pina coladas. Nice. Nice.
Oh, another thing that happened. So, So I posted this in the group. There's a traffic stop along the Ndola highway. So one of the guys stops me and says, the only reason I'm stopping is that you've got a nice car. I'm like, thank you. So as I'm talking to him, one of the guys come and there's like, Elson starts talking to me about every single one of the podcasts that we've done, all the episodes that we've done. Yeah. And this guy says, I need to call my boss. Guy goes, calls his boss, and we go on the side of the road and we take a photo. I'm gonna put you on the spot. So big shout out to, what day was it? Because he said that you have not said my name the last time that I saw you. So I told him that I was going to do that, and I think I saved his phone number. His name is Constable Tolwe.
Ndola, is that the one, if you're coming from Kitwe?
No, if you're coming from Kapiri.
It's the one after the toll gate, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, those guys love the podcast for real.
Bruh.
Like, I've been stopped enough times for photos and just to say hi and say hi to Elson and blah,
And hey,
blah,
listen, to those 10 cars that managed to pass when those officers were taking a photo with me, you're welcome. I've never seen cars go that fast.
Enough people with expired insurance and tax, road tax. Also, special shout out to Mr. Kabeleka at AB Bank. Apparently, now I've been reliable.
I know him.
I've been reliably informed that this man watches a podcast in the boardroom during lunch.
And
breaks.
he texted me about the Gary Combo episode.
Okay.
He's got a gorgeous wife. What? What do you not say that? Is that an inappropriate thing to say?
From you, yes.
What do you mean from me? What are you talking about? What does that mean? From me?
If I were him, I wouldn't meet with my wife anymore.
What, are you feeling some kind of way because I've not said your wife is gorgeous?
No, it's not about that.
Well, so if she's hot, she's hot, bro.
That's my point exactly. Knowing you.
What does that mean, knowing me?
Okay, you were saying about him? What were you saying about him?
No, but now I'm concerned. What does that mean coming from me? Is it because I'm single?
Well, that too.
No, but this is by choice. I prefer to be.
Okay, cool. You were saying about him?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that he gave us pretty good reviews about the Bulgarian company, and he also gave us a review about how people keep mispronouncing the word impregnate.
How do they say it?
Now this was off the
Impregnate?
the Triple M episode. So yeah, big shout out Kabeleka.
Speaking of
dude,
banks,
that one.
Speaking of banks, Bank of Zambia. What's going on, man?
Bank of Zambia came out
last week
and they said there was a system failure
because of Zesco load shedding.
And Zesco came out and said, "Hey, foot sack."
I'm sure people at Zesco reading that article like, don't these people have solar energy or something? I mean, like, we did say, even in the group, we did say, a bank of that magnitude. I mean, banks bank with you. You're going to have backup upon backup upon
Bank
backup.
of Zambia, there was a photo that was released of them lining
Solar panels in the car park.
In the car park.
Yes, everyone saw that. All of a sudden, you don't have power and you blame it on Zesco.
I had a hunch to say, these guys would never admit to their system just going haywire. And so they want to find something to blame it on. And they want to Zesco, and Zesco's like, Now they're just treating us like the stepchild.
And the Diggers newspaper, Zesco distances itself from BOZ system failure. Don't blame us. You have solar. And besides, isn't it that town center has very little or no shedding? Or am I wrong?
No, I've heard that. Speaking of Zesco, I was talking to a friend that is at Hisense, and they were telling us that, do you know that their store in Livingston got burned because when Zesco was restored, it came with a really high surge and it
that
burnt
happens,
the
yeah.
store. And so I asked, so did you sue? I did not know that you cannot sue Zesco. Did you know this?
What's the logic there? I've heard of people trying but never winning. Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently it would then open them up to so many lawsuits.
Yeah. But then again, I've heard of people who have tried. And when it goes to court, they bring you an army of the best electrical engineers in the country, which is why it's difficult to win against Zesco. Because if they don't find a fault,
If who doesn't find a fault?
the engineers, from what I hear, allegedly, don't quote me on this, but I hear if you sue Zesco, they will send you an army of electrical engineers to check every inch of wiring in your house. And trust me, they are going to find a fault. They are going to find a fault because
Whose engineers are these?
could be
Zesco's-
independent.
Zesco's engineers.
Could be independent. I don't know. Or maybe it's a very good question. Does the court find these engineers to come and do these inspections for evidence in the court?
And the same person that owns the no. The same person. Wait. No, my argument.
Well,
doesn't make
I've
sense.
just heard it's hard to win. But remember the lady's house who burned 2 years ago? How did she get a house built by Zesco? A new house built by Zesco?
I don't know.
That was in the papers, right? Yeah.
Did she sue?
She sued, right? And they built her a new house.
Also, she sued. Also, you can sue.
Yeah, but very few people win. And you really have to prove that it's the fault of Zesco and their power surge. How to prove that is a difficult part.
No, it's not.
Well, yeah, a lot of us have experienced those things, power surges, when power comes back and it blows a few things. But a lot of times they're going to blame the wiring in your house. From what I hear, anyway, allegedly.
We are not engineers.
Exactly.
Far from it.
Yeah.
Can you move on to the next talking point?
I'm just... The newspaper this past week and a half has just been one of the most entertaining things I've seen. I think Zambia is in a simulation. I don't think Zambia is a real country.
You want to talk about? Do you want to speak about the witch doctors
Yes.
that didn't get bail? I spoke about this the other time, and your niggas looked at me like I was
Which
crazy.
are the witch doctors?
Yeah, when I said these guys were apparently trying to kill the president.
Yeah.
So what's the story? Read the story. What's the story say?
Where's the story again?
Did you hear about this, Gob? Yeah. Do you
Go,
know
do
them?
you have that story?
Gob, use the microphone. Give us the insight from what are the police saying?
Not really insight from the police, just from social media actually. So basically, there was the two guys who were arrested. They said that. So they actually it was one guy who was arrested. So the plan, allegedly, the plan B that AOC was talking about was to was to send the toys in the state house and make everybody sick.
Guys, let me tell you something. So listen.
Allegedly.
So I'm of two thoughts here. Whichever cop that went to arrest this guy has got some balls on him. That's number one. Number two, if this guy is a real witch, make some ish happen in this jail to get out.
I mean, if you're really a witch, you can disappear from that prison cell, can't you?
Easily.
Snap of a finger and you're gone. And you could disappear to wherever you want to on this planet, right?
Or whatever judge is presiding over your case, how did the judge say no to bail? What kind of witch are you, bruh?
For me, the most interesting part is the allegations of who hired these people
Tell us.
to kill
Who that?
the president.
Who?
Apparently, they're saying it's JJ Banda's brother.
Eh?
JJ Banda's brother.
What interest does he have in this?
Yeah, that's the question.
Is he in government?
I don't know.
Virgin, what's going on with you? Are you watching porn?
Losing his virginity to Pamela Henderson. Wait, what's
the significance of JJ's Banda's?
Okay, let's say in a situation in the occasion in likely if the president dies in this, does JJ Banda then come back? What's the logic behind this? What's his thinking? What's the rationale?
So basically, the logic is that You all know the story for JJ Banda, right? Like how he disappeared. Then
Apparently, still in Zimbabwe.
yes, exactly. So hopefully, if there's change of government, the previous government gets in power, then definitely JJ Banda's cases will be a little bit overlooked. And these cases will be a little bit dropped.
But I hear there's other people as well that are behind that dude who are not JJ Banda.
Because somebody can't disappear alone. And
You can't disappear alone.
You can't.
Well, of course, you need a lot of help.
Exactly.
And how did he get over the border?
The case is in court.
You don't want to say much, eh?
I don't want to say
But
much.
do you know how he got over the border?
No. There's no information actually.
So listen to the issue. The two witch doctors accused of being hired to bewitch President Hakainde Hichilema have been denied bail pending trial, and they will remain in prison. Lusaka magistrate Fine Mayambu refused to grant them bail after he heard that Justin Mabulese Kandunde, sounds like a witch doctor kind of name, eh?
Nah, ain't no witch doctor called Justin, bro.
Justin. Justin.
Yeah, same thing. No witch doctors called Justin. But anyway, go ahead.
Mabulese Kandunde, 42, and Leonard Piri, 43, once tried to escape lawful custody the time they were detained. Tried and failed. Witch doctors.
How? Exactly.
So this is in a case where Kandunde, a Mozambican, and Piri, a Zambian, both residents of Kafewa village, Sinda in Eastern Province, are charged professing knowledge of witchcraft and possession of charms. They are accused of having been allegedly hired by fugitive Petaoka Central lawmaker Emmanuel J. Banda's brother, Nelson Banda, to bewitch Mr. Hichilema.
You can't make this up.
That's what I'm saying. Zambia's simulation.
Listen, guys.
It's not a real country.
Listen, guys. While other countries are making plans to go to Mars and the moon, in America, some schools have lobbied a law to have children for 2 hours a day to be taught by AI. You go to the Las Vegas exhibition, there's robotics and all this stuff. Come to Africa.
Top story, witchcraft. True.
Guys.
Wait, when did you pass through Solwezi again?
Yesterday? The day before that?
When did that sex party happen with the Filipinos again?
Where?
In Solwezi.
Was the sex party in Solwezi?
That was 2 weeks ago. Nelson was in Solwezi again 2 weeks ago.
No, I was in Kitwe.
You were in Kitwe?
Yeah.
Okay. I just
No, about a week ago.
felt as a little coincidental that Elson was in that part of town and this news broke out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't do that, bro. I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Cyrex. If you need any of your
Shameless plug.
commercial buildings designed, we do 3D render, we do design implementation and design. My second company is called Kuras Containers. We refurbish containers into homes, hotels, classrooms, offices, labs. Give us a call.
You know, when it comes to the sex party in Solwezi, I've got questions for days. But
happened?
did you follow the story though?
No.
Oh, wow. Let me just put you up to speed. So the sex party was busted and 7 Filipinos aged between 40 and 55
Old ass people.
were arrested in Solwezi after having a sex party with 13 girls.
These were guys, the Filipinos.
Yes.
With 13 girls.
13
the
girls.
Zambians?
The girls, yes.
And,
No,
okay.
the men. Filipinos.
No. The girls were Zambians.
Yeah, Solwezi girls.
And how many guys?
7. Yeah, 7.
Let me ask you guys a question.
So they had like 2 each on average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your math is quick when it comes to sex. Let me ask you guys something. Is that illegal? And
That was my first question. When you say sex party busted, what... I'm looking for the article. Let me just find the full... Okay, so 7 Filipinos found in the act with 13 girls. 7 Filipinos aged between 40 and 55 have been arrested by police in Solwezi after they were allegedly found having sex with 13 girls whose ages are yet to be determined at a lodge. And the suspects have been identified as Zaldi, okay, whatever the names are. And police spokesperson said the 13 girls are also in police custody for their own protection and as a part of ongoing investigations. It said the Filipinos who are contractors at Kansanshi mines are facing allegations of indecent assault on females, while Roses has been charged with an additional offense of assault on police. So one of them actually attacked the police. Edwin Roses. Your question, sir.
If it's consensual and all the parties agree to this, which part is illegal? Are we saying only two people can have sex in a room?
Are sex parties illegal?
What is a sex party?
Another question I had. I've got so many questions surrounding this.
Because if they are illegal, then we need to know what exactly that means. So it means a male and a female can only have sex in a room. What happens if there are 4 people having sex in a room? Does that then become illegal?
Gob, do you have any more information on this story? Your mic is off.
I'm just trying to reason. You see, for each case to be reported, right? There's supposed to be a complainant. Okay, so
not really. The complainant could be someone saying they are people that are having sex in this room. So it's not the people themselves that are taking part in it. So if these guys were at a lodge, it could have been someone that saw them getting into the lodge and went to the police.
Or probably somebody who was left out.
I know, right?
Or somebody who was left out.
Because remember, there's 2 guys and 13 girls.
Yeah.
So there could have been 2 for each and 1 walked away.
Right.
But anyway.
Also, one thing we haven't considered, gentlemen, the ages of these girls.
No, we don't know that.
Yeah, that's
But
my point. It could be on those grounds as well.
I hear you. I hear you. But it's not the first sex party that got busted, right?
There's one in Kablonga a year and a half ago.
We've heard of this happening. But again, my question still goes to, if it's illegal, and they say, yes, it's illegal, then what constitutes of that? If you're not doing it from a commercial building, you're doing it from your house with all adults that are in agreement.
Well, there's one thing that I know, and I'm sure of. Having sex in public places is a crime. In a vehicle, in a mall, it's a crime. But
none of this has happened in a public place.
Exactly. So I don't know which part of it, but they might categorize it indecent something like that should be the offense.
And what makes it indecent is what I want to know.
Because if it's in a hotel,
right,
behind closed doors,
right.
But if it's in a hotel meant for 2 people, then there are 13 of you. Maybe that.
But the other one that got busted was at a house.
No, those were kids actually.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. But then again, but again, they were not saying that this was on the basis of them being kids. They said it was a sex party.
But Zambia is a Christian nation, so so yeah, when it comes to that, then they can just go with that, and then they'll play around that.
Solwezi.
But Solwezi, man.
So I went to the amount of love that we got on Solwezi. So I went to a place called Shemaine in Solwezi. And
no, it's Shamel.
Shamel's, yeah. Yes, yeah. That's
I know,
that's
owned
where
by
I went.
Melissa, yeah. I know the place.
Oh man, the amount of photographs that I took there.
Last time I was there, I was DJing.
Big shout out to Endrich Buye. I ran into him there.
Oh, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew.
Accounts, Mr. Accountant himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ran into him there. He had just taken his son. So he was going to be, to school. So we spoke for a while, and we're going to have him on the podcast this weekend.
That'll be dope.
We chopped it up, and people there are fans, eh?
Big time. Solwezi.
People
Why
there
do
are
you think
fans,
I accept on a whim or immediately whenever I'm booked for gigs there? There's a lot of love in Solwezi, man.
And there's a lot of mine vehicles. You can see
A lot of people wearing boots.
Yeah.
Mine boots.
Yeah. And you could tell that a lot of girls that go there are going there to work.
In the mines?
No.
I did not say that.
Well, people didn't hear Coin that heard you.
I know, right?
Now, Coin is slick. He's got no microphone there. So he fed you something.
I know.
Now you're gonna be apologizing to. No, I didn't mean to say that. I apologize to women. It's unlike me.
I'm appealing.
Watch. Where do you get backlash?
Fam.
Where
You
do the
saying?
backlash comes? Oh yeah, no, I was just basically saying it's nice, incredible. It was my first time there ever, and I got to learn a lot about. I went to another place that had this really beautiful waterfall. Starts with an M something.
On the way to Kalumbila.
Yes.
Out of Solwezi.
Yes.
What falls? They call it. There's a lodge there.
There is a lodge there.
Owned by, what's her name again? Georgina. Georgia.
It's called Georgina, I think.
Georgie's.
Georgie's. Yeah, it's called Georgie's. Stopped by there for a drink. I was just doing my touristy-ish, man. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful place. I'll say that again, over and over again. I liked it.
I love Solwezi that much. I did my high school there. I worked there for a bit. Went back to Kitwe, then went back to Solwezi again. There's a radio station called Beats FM. But anyway, story for another day. Oh man, Dr. Tasila Tembo's killer gets life. You saw that in the papers?
No, who's that?
So this is about 3 or 4 years ago when she got killed, yeah? Yeah, they found her body. Where did they find her body again? Somewhere in Lusaka. I can't remember the exact spot. But her killer, Lieutenant something Mwaba, has been sentenced to life imprisonment. So the story of some years back was, so they were dating. And according to what I read, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but he found nudes in her phone, a conversation between her and a pastor called Jimmy. I knew it. Don't say it. Okay, so where was I? So he found messages between her and a pastor called Jimmy. And they started arguing about it, and I don't know if it was the same night. God, please find us that story just so we can fact check this. But I'll try to share from my recollection what I remember from the story. So he found these messages, started arguing, and she dumps him, and she dumps him. I don't know if this all happens in one day or over the period of a few days, but after she dumps him, he texts one of his relatives or friends saying, if I can't have her, nobody else will. So I think a few days after that, or maybe the same day, I can't remember, but he picks her up with her brother. Yeah. Or son, I can't remember. Her brother or son. Picks her up. Then they go to the filling station. Then he sends the guy in the back to go and buy bread at the kiosk at the filling station, right? So when the guy jumps out, he drives off with her. And that's the last time anybody ever saw her alive. So the following morning, they find her body. They can't find him. Postmortem is done. They find blunt force trauma. She was hit in the head or something like that. They bury. He's still nowhere to be seen. You won't believe where they find the guy.
Zimbabwe?
No. I think it was like a day after the burial. They find him at her grave. Cops picked him up from there. So that's what they apprehended him from.
What was he doing there?
At Memorial Park.
What was he doing
paying
there?
his last respects or something. I don't know. Yeah. So in court, what he says is, I didn't kill her. She jumped out of the car while I was driving. God, please find the story so that I'm accurate to this.
Have you found it?
Okay, but anyway, he said she jumped out of the vehicle, but postmortem shows she was actually hit on the head with something heavy. Good. So he was sentenced to life yesterday.
Let me ask you a question. When somebody is sentenced to life, there's a stipulated amount of years that is passed down, right? Because you don't just say life. and keep it vague. So how many years is life in Zambia?
I know in South Africa it's 25. In Zambia, I think life. The rest of your life?
No, but then they give you a specific amount of years. They don't just say life and leave it vague like that.
They could give it like 100, right?
Right. They have to stipulate the amount. Because there's someone that was given life. He was given 70 years and he outlived his sentence.
No, serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so all this happened in 2020. And Judge now said...
Like just 5 years ago.
Yeah. So the judge says, I have established that Nigel Msonda hit Dr. Tasila in the jaw, which was struck in 3 places, and she consequently died. The court found the prosecution. I want the backstory. Okay, cool. So this is in a case in 2020 in which Mwaba was charged with murder. Dr. Tembo's body was discovered in a decomposed state near Mikango Barracks after the victim went missing for some days. Mwaba, who fled at the time his lover went missing, was later apprehended at Dr. Tembo's grave. It was a month after she was buried at Memorial Park. And after killing his lover, Mwaba drove to Mazabuka in her Isuzu and hid at a lodge before he later returned after Dr. Tembo's burial. So he was actually apprehended a month at her grave.
So he didn't have a car?
He used her car. He probably did have a car, but he just used her car to go to Mazabuka.
He probably had gas. He probably had gas.
He probably had a full tank, yeah. So after all the witnesses testified and the case was closed, Judge Muma was dismissed from the office. Okay, that's another issue. So some of the witnesses were Dr. Tasila's daughter, Sharon Peters, the deceased younger brother, Longenzo Tembo. So Longenzo is who they were with in the car that day. Longenzo, yeah. Interesting name.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah. So Ms. Simfuko narrated that the period leading to the victim's death, she received a text message in which Mwaba allegedly said that Dr. Tembo is an animal who did not deserve to be alive. He said that about her, according to witnesses. And she said Mwaba warned that if he does not have Dr. Tembo, a mother of 5 girls, no one should have her. 5 girls, wow. So Ms. Simfuka said Mwaba threatened to circulate Dr. Tembo's nudes on social media after she broke up with him. And Sharon relieved when her mother informed her that she had ended her relationship with Mwaba because her late mother's relationship with the officer was toxic and unhealthy. So it's like a lot of people were against that relationship to start with.
Does that say which?
It's a long story.
Does that article say which Jimmy this is?
So Mwaba confessed that he only slapped her after an intense argument they had about the doctor's alleged infidelity. And he said the argument was after he found nude pictures and videos in her phone, which she exchanged with a Pastor Jimmy.
Is there another letter? No, I'm asking. Is that where it ends?
About the pastor? Yes.
So there's no letter after this?
No letter. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. No, like you can fill in the blanks mentally.
So, you find, let's say it's true, you find nudes in your girl's chat with another man. You confront her about it, and she dumps you.
And you decide if I can't have her, no one else should.
No, stop there.
Okay.
And she dumps you. How do you handle that?
Leave. Clearly, you are not the person meant to be in this woman's life. And don't we always say there's other fish in the sea? Or do you feel that one is what you want? So for you, that's the only fish that you want.
It doesn't matter how many fish there is.
And if you can't have that fish, you'd rather kill the fish.
No, of course not. I'm not condoning it.
No, I'm just saying in his mindset, if I can't have this one, no one else should.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
Right? When you are in that moment. Sadly for men, our biggest enemy is our ego. Because when that is bruised and our pride is hurt, we have seen dudes go on a self-destructive path. They'll scorch earth.
Yeah.
You know, it is crazy how you, oh, God damn, I've got a meeting in 4 minutes. Gob, please do me a favor. This is how professional we are. You're welcome. Please call this man. Tell him that I'm going to be running 20 minutes late. This is a really, 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 really...
And include
really,
Zambian time at the end of that statement.
There you go. I've just dialed the number now. So just apologize on my behalf. Tell him that I'm running 20 minutes late and I'll be there. It's crazy how if we are not able to just either control our emotions, we are no different to animals, man.
Let's think of this from the average guy's perspective.
Yeah.
Or in this guy's perspective. In his mind, your woman is now flirting with another man. And as far as you're concerned, you are this military man.
Right.
And in your mind, you're the perfect man for this woman. And she can't... You're thinking you're the best she can do. So to have your ego deflated by discovering that she can actually flirt with other men, who she probably deems better than you, really bruises his ego and he can't contain it.
Did I read somewhere about the dude that owned Da Capo and his wife's nudes going viral at some point? Did you hear about it?
Never heard of that.
I heard about that at some point.
So, when it comes to murder case, right? There's an exceptional. So
Crime of passion?
exactly
An exception.
an exception. Yeah, sorry. Thanks for the question. So, if that man reacted there and then, there might be a chance that
He gets away with manslaughter than
Yes.
first degree murder.
Exactly.
But the fact that now it is premeditated.
exactly now that becomes a criminal offense. Now there's no way out there. So, like the moment you see it, you act. There might be a chance that they might exempt you.
Yeah, but I mean, he could have seen it one day but reacted 2-3 days later.
No, you've had time to think about it.
You don't have to think. Yeah, you don't have to think about it.
You've had time to think about it.
It's it of passion. You act.
You get in your house, you see another man humping your wife, you take an X.
Yeah, but remember that the day he kills her, we don't know what happened in the vehicle.
The day that he found the news is not the day he killed her.
Yeah, but the day he killed her, we don't know what happened in the vehicle. There could have been more discoveries on his part and more that she could have said. I'm not condoning what he did.
He cannot explain asking the brother to go and get bread and then drives off with her. That's premeditated.
Yeah.
You can't explain that.
No, but man, God rest Dr. Tasila Tembo's soul, and justice has been served. He's doing life.
Has it though?
I think so.
She's not coming back.
Yeah, but legally speaking, the person who ended her life is in jail now. So when it comes to the law, justice has been served.
And obviously this man regrets this. I mean, the fact that he was found at her grave shows how remorseful he was. If we can use the word remorseful in this case. Again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not trying to make excuses for the man, but you act out of turn, and once it's done, you begin to think back on how you've just effed up.
And these things are becoming more and more common, man. What's up with these killings now? The skeletons and the woman in trauma as well, hiring a hitman to kill her husband.
Wait, hold on, stop.
Yeah.
One case that Jesus Christ. Oh, man, work never stops. God, tell us about the skeleton thing. Wait, was the skeleton in the same bed as this woman? Was it under the bed? Was it a different bed in the guest room? What was the story there?
All right, so there was this guy. I don't know his name, but I'm inside the story. So according to the story, he was sick. All right, according to the woman's story, the husband was sick for some time, and then the husband died. So when the husband died, this woman went to see. I don't know if she went to see a sangoma. Let me just call them a sangoma because whatever that person
prophet.
said, that prophet said didn't make sense. So that sangoma said that if you keep this body in your house, your church is going to boom. You're going to have powers and everything. So the woman decided to keep the body in the house, and then now the relative to the husband got consent. They kept on making inquiries, and then finally they just suspected something in the house. So they went there. They suspected something in the house. They got a police warranty. They went to the house, and then there after what happened there was that
Warrant.
Yes.
Warranty is what you get when you buy a TV or a washing machine.
Yeah, so they entered the house, and then this woman said, you can search everywhere, but except this room.
That's where we are starting.
And then the person said, no, this is where we're going to. Then they opened the door, and then they found it. The skeleton was there.
She's not so smart. She says search everywhere except this room.
I mean, that's the first place I want to search now.
Yeah.
So where was the skeleton? Where was the body?
In the main bedroom, in her bedroom.
No, was it in the bed?
On the bed, yes.
Oh, it was in the bed.
Sleeping normally like this.
So is that where the skeleton always remained, or they had put the skeleton on that day to kind of like dignify?
I think from the videos that I saw, I think the body decomposed somewhere, and then before I think they removed all the intestine, and then they went to put the whole body there. That's how it looked like.
And does it also look like she shared the same bed?
Yes.
She would sleep in the same bed.
Come on, she was doing it for rituals.
So she would sleep in the same bed.
The bedroom looked busy.
Bruh, how
Yeah,
long?
the bedroom did look busy, yeah.
It didn't look like it looked like that's where she
lives.
Yeah, exactly.
How long after the guy died was the skeleton found?
1 year, 8 months.
What the hell kind of family does this nigga have?
Yeah, because I mean,
What?
if I go missing, I think a week later somebody's gonna start asking questions, bro.
What kind of family does this man have? A year, 6 months? They have. Clearly, this man did not. Okay, I was about to make it an insensitive joke. I might as well make it. Clearly, this man would not buy presents for his relatives. Because if I don't buy something for my relatives, it will take until Christmas the most for them to know that I'm missing. It's not that they care about me, but they're waiting for their presents.
The presents haven't shown up.
Where is he?
Not Wes Olsen.
No.
The presents haven't shown up.
Yeah,
but
6
still,
months, bruh.
A year and a half.
Wait,
Either-
apparently the son also lived in the same house. Did I hear that correctly?
I think he went to visit for
So did she live alone?
No. She was living with someone else because altogether there were 4 people who were nabbed, and then one of them is the son. I think the daughter as well. I've forgotten the actual date.
So who were the 4, including the wife?
Yes, the wife as
So
well.
who were the other 3?
One of them was the son, I think.
And why was he nabbed?
I don't know. I think these people were somehow brainwashed.
So she has a church,
Yes.
and was she rich now?
Sorry?
Was she now rich?
I don't know about the church now. I would lie on that part.
Because she was doing this for fame and wealth.
No, for her to have powers to like prophesy to their church members.
Yeah, but remember,
to then get what in the end?
Money. Of
Bingo.
but remember now, there's her friend who's also been arrested.
Hey,
Preteria.
what the hell?
You saw that yesterday in
What?
the news. Yeah.
The friend to the woman
Yeah. 44-year-old Preteria Mbanda Mamusela.
over the same case?
Listen, so the friend was actually coming over for prayers in the same house, and they were regularly having prayers with the widow and the children from 2023, hoping that the deceased would resurrect.
So
And he said Musela was the first individual who was... Oh, crap. And then the article just ends there. Hold on. She was actually the first person to be told
that the dude is dead?
Yes. And
she
they would
kept-
actually go... She would go to the house and pray with the wife and the children. Imagine that.
So what are you charged with? Defeating the ends of justice?
For the friend?
Yeah. If you knew that there's a dead body in this house
Accessory.
and you don't accessory to murder? To what?
Wait. There's an article I read which
Because
had-
have we established she killed him? So what is she an accessory to?
she must know something.
Yeah, she does. So
Yeah.
it's none of my business.
So yeah, I mean, you what do you call it when somebody is what's the word? Shit, it's gone. Yeah.
An accessory to what? If the guy wasn't killed?
Crap. Hold on.
I've forgotten the actual word, but the logic behind it is that if you're a Zambian citizen, you're supposed to protect the government of the law. So if you have seen something wrong, you need to report. Somebody.
I was told, I didn't see it.
Yes, at least it's suspicious. You need to report.
What's
You-
suspicious?
Like you are told, and then for sure, like for example, I tell you like
I killed Kalenga.
I killed Kalenga, and you for sure you can't say Kalenga.
Maybe I killed him with laughter. I don't know.
Under my box, there's a newspaper. Under.
Wait.
What do you... There's a legal... Coin. Coin is studying law, by the way.
See? Coin doesn't want you to know. See, Coin, do you see, what did I say to you this morning? I said I wasn't going to say ish. And guess who does? Him. You see this, Coin?
Uh-huh. There's a word I'm looking for.
What? And you saw it in the newspaper?
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Story goes to page 3.
Gob, did the guy agree to 20 minutes? Did he say anything else? Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Gob. All right. As this man is looking for whatever he's looking for.
Okay, it's quite a bit of a long article, but
Oh my God!
I'll find it eventually. And moving on. There's also...
Oh wait, Gob, I hold in my phone. Go ahead.
If you know information about a murder and you don't tell the court, there's a word used to describe such a person. What is it? But you know the word I'm trying to...
They're different depending on where you come from.
You're gonna be a better
Yeah,
lawyer.
I've heard this one a lot in the movies.
There's prison or felony. That's a case where you know there's a crime.
Which one?
Misprison or felony.
Misprison.
God, never heard that one.
I know, right?
I've just heard harboring a
Misprison.
fugitive. You know, it's so crazy how people keep tagging. Whenever Toela posts something, I keep getting tagged in all her posts, bruh. Yar.
Crap, I'll find the word later.
Sadly, on Monday this week, Trump was inaugurated as the 47th
It
president.
was beautiful.
No, it wasn't.
Happily.
No, it wasn't.
Trump was...
No, it wasn't.
I love Trump, man. Like, I really love Trump.
We had Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute.
Yeah.
It was just an ish show. I don't like that, man.
So, Trump
He
coming in...
pardoned 1,500 of the people that were arrested for the January 6th insurrection.
His people. I would have done the same.
He has pulled out of the World
They
Health
support us, come on.
Organization.
Yes. I was thinking about the implication to the entire UN of the United States pulling out of the World Health Organization, especially being that the US is the biggest contributor to the World Health Organization because they contribute about 18% of what the World Health Organization makes every year. And the first people to suffer are going to be Africans because most of what the World Health Organization does is what? It supplies with medicines for Ebola, Mpox, COVID, they came through as
And
well.
do you know?
So without America, imagine how much they're going to lose.
And do you know that Trump actually told people during COVID to drink bleach? Did you know that?
No? Wow.
He told people that if you drink bleach, it will go in and disinfect your insides. I promise you.
Fam.
And this is the guy who is saying that we do not need the World Health Organization. Hold on. I hope I can find...
What's the justification, though?
And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Get the right folks who could. Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So we'll see.
Told people to drink bleach. That should cure you of COVID.
I'm sure Fauci told him to say so.
And did you see that Joe Biden pardoned Fauci for any future things that he might be?
Even future issues.
Yeah, you can.
You can do that.
Yeah. Because he knows how Trump hates Fauci. And Trump will most likely go after Fauci.
Yeah. I was listening to a very interesting conversation on the Joe Rogan podcast where they were talking about, I think it was an episode with Mel Gibson. And we're talking about...
The racist.
We'll come to that. They were talking about COVID and...
The anti-Semite.
COVID and Mpox. And how people... It could be the reason why Trump is after the World Health Organization. Because on that podcast, we're talking about people in certain big institutions. They didn't mention any. Let's suspect that it could be this one. Who, whenever there's rumors of a virus going around, there could be one person having it. They would try to sensationalize that story in order to sell the vaccines, which they're going to discover in the very near future. You know what I mean? So already smallpox, a small number of people have had it, and somebody's trying to amplify the dangers of Mpox when really they're not that bad according to what some doctors are saying. You know what I mean?
Of
course, pharmaceuticals are going to try to make it seem like it's a global emergency. We need to start producing vaccines for this, like ASAP. You know what I mean?
Didn't we have... But here's the thing. What you also need to realize is this.
Big pharma needs to make money?
No, not only that. But there's been Mpox in Zambia, right?
Yes. We heard of one case. A woman went yesterday.
So here's the thing, Kalenga. Organizations like the World Health Organization, the emphasis is on the first word.
World.
Correct. Such diseases hit poorer countries much differently than they would first world countries.
Yeah.
If they do not make a big deal out of this, and it comes to Africa, countries that don't have resources, the way it spreads and kills and affects people is totally different.
No, I hear you.
So yes, one person somewhere in Denmark would have it, and the way that it is contained is totally different to if it makes its way
I
here.
hear you. That's a very, very valid point, yes. But my point, and I think his point was there have been diseases which were not really, something that we should be scared of. But people in certain pharmaceutical companies will push...
But diseases like what?
I don't know. I can't remember which ones. But
and that's the thing, though, now, is when you then put it on a scale to say, don't be worried about this type of disease.
And then it wipes people out.
Precisely. So why not treat any kind of threat...
Nip it in the bud, right?
Precisely. And more than that, all right, you have the CDC, which is...
To curb...
Right.
Whatever the World Health Organization discovers.
Correct. So I don't buy...
But remember, people like Joe Rogan are the people against vaccines. He still hasn't taken his vaccine amongst many Americans.
Yeah.
And because he felt it was just a flu that we shouldn't be quite as alarmed as we were.
And that's
about,
very insensitive because so many people died. I lost people in my own family, 3, to coronavirus.
Serious?
Yes.
Their argument being it wasn't really the coronavirus that was killing them. It was other opportunistic infections and mostly psychology, because anytime somebody heard they had corona, they would think, I'm dying, and that would exacerbate the condition even further.
Listen, it's that white privilege that's speaking again. He's speaking from a very, very, very
white privilege perspective.
Place. So, look, I say if you're able to do something about it and you've got resources, then go for it. I got home from Solwezi and I turned on my television, and right there was the new season of... give me a second. Hi, Mahmoud. Let me call you back in 5 minutes. Let me call you back in 5 minutes. Let me call you back in 5 minutes, Mahmoud. All right, cheers. Right there in 4K was the new season of Young Rich. There's no rich in it.
Young, famous, and
African, and yes.
Yeah, my wife has been watching that as well.
So I decided, let me watch the last 2 episodes to kind of...
Catch up.
And I got done with that. So I texted...
Luis.
And I said, hey, bruh, I'm about to watch the new season. And he says to me, don't watch it.
Is it still... What was the issue with Louis in the last season? Him wanting a child or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he says, don't watch it. I said, why? He said, it's a shit show. So I said, now I want to watch it because I love a train wreck. So I told him that I'm going to call him and hear why he doesn't want me to watch it. Louis.
Yo, what's up, man?
What do you do, my guy?
So good, man.
Happy New Year. I'm good, my man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Where are you? Are you in Namibia?
Yeah, I'm back home.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was, so you're live on the podcast, by the way. I've got Kalenga with me.
I'm on the podcast. You're making noise. Yes, shut up. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's cool. Nah, it's all right. So I was just telling Kalenga about the chat that we had earlier on when I was telling you that I'm just about to get into the new episode of Young African and Famous.
I thought I want you not to watch it. Why are you insisting on watching it?
The fact that you told me not to watch it.
Now we want to watch it,
Now
bro.
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on Twitter giving a blow-by-blow feedback and my opinion.
You are that guy.
I am that person.
The analyst.
Is the
Analyze scene by scene.
is the girl from the States, the one with the massive ass, is she in the new season too?
Yeah.
Is she in there?
Yeah, she is.
Well, at least I've got one reason to watch it.
Yeah. Go all out, bro.
Anything in particular we need to look out for?
Let me not ruin it for you. I think it's best you watch and assess it for yourself because different people felt differently about different scenes.
Okay.
Everybody has their favorite. Everybody has someone they're looking for, and everybody has a new because we have 3 new characters.
3 new characters.
A few have left. Yeah, so 3 left from last season, 2 or 3 left from last season, and then we have 3 new ones joining the cast.
Interesting. You know what? Now so when I get home tonight, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna hit you up and I'll tell you what I think about it.
All right, no problem.
All right, my G.
Go for it, my guy.
All right, take care, buddy.
Cool, man.
Can we please put his photo on the screen? Okay, I'll send it.
You know, whenever a show like that starts, the best place for entertainment is Twitter, X.
Yes.
I was reading...
People give a blow-by-blow.
Oh, man, and how they were attacking Luis to start with. And then there's a new guy, apparently, who everyone is loving because of his honesty.
People were attacking him. Luis.
No, not really attacking him, just talking about how he's not what they expected this season. Like, they expected maybe him to have a U-turn on some of the things that he said in last season, you know what I mean?
Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it.
Also, this is just purely based off what you read.
Off Twitter, yeah.
Right.
And also, there's a guy that everybody seems to be loving. I like Fantana, though.
That's the girl with the big ass.
Yeah.
Why do you like her?
She's real. She's entertaining.
Which part
Her mind
is real?
Yeah.
What exactly do you like about it?
She's open. Louis, why are you laughing?
Who's Louis?
It's Louis. The Virgin. Nigga, we've been working together for a year. You don't know Louis's name.
Your name is Louis?
Oh, wow. Louis Nkando. Yes. He doesn't look like a Louis?
No.
It looks like Virgin?
Yep. I'm going to have to go, guys. I know there's a lot we're leaving on the table. What do we have?
No, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot we haven't spoken about. I wanted to give a shout out to the doctors at Mainasoko Hospital as well. They made headlines this week for having Zambia's first awake brain surgery.
Oh, I read about that.
Yeah.
What does
Dope
that mean?
stuff, yeah?
What does that mean?
All I know for starters is...
You ain't know shit.
No. They're explaining the papers how... You know how usually they'll use anesthetics to
I know.
turn you off?
Yeah, so...
Open your head up and fix whatever.
So I'm saying, why is this a big deal?
Because I think we're the first country in Africa to do this.
Why would you?
Huh?
Is my question.
Why would we what?
Do an awake operation on your brain?
I'll actually give you the article. So they were explaining how, and please don't quote me on this, I could be wrong because my memory, I forget things that I read quickly. So they were explaining certain things like when they turn you off with an anesthetic and they're operating on your brain, certain things get affected, maybe motor sensors in your arms or eyes or whatever, those things could go off. But if you're awake, everything is functioning normally and they're operating on your brain. It doesn't affect much in the rest of your body when you're awake and they're doing this.
It doesn't affect much.
Yeah.
Or they get to know about it sooner.
Things like that, yeah. You read the article, didn't you?
No, I didn't read the article. I just saw the headline.
Okay.
I don't want to read about it now. I don't have the time for it.
No, I'm just trying to remember certain things about that article before I lie. But I think the doctor did explain something about...
Which doctor?
The doctor who's in charge of the whole operation.
Okay, what's his name?
Actually, and I'm told Stock Hospital is actually some of the best doctors in Africa.
Let me see if I can get his phone number.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have him on the show and just explain what an awake surgery is. But I saw that in the papers and...
Or maybe I can call my own doctor and ask him about it.
Yes!
But I don't know if he'll pick up or if he would appreciate being on the podcast because every time I'm with him...
His phone is always ringing?
No, he's just one of those really private people.
Well, we don't have to mention his name. Okay, so this type of surgery is necessary when a tumor is near functional zones of the brain, areas responsible for movement. So I was right. Speech, vision, and sensation. Operating while the patient is awake allows doctors to preserve these critical functions while removing much of the tumor as possible. He noted that in Africa, generally these types of surgeries are not performed because it's technically challenging and the risks are high. So yeah, you are awake. I think they use like a local anesthetic on your head or something, right? You have to.
Did they...
Because remember, the brain doesn't feel pain.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Did they do this operation on a black person?
Yeah. There's even a photo of him in the paper. You didn't see this.
Is at the back of the paper?
No.
Wait, so what's at the front of the paper?
I saw the photo somewhere, but in the paper right now it's not there. But yeah, they showed the guy with nurses, like there were like 13 medical staff working on him on this. They even gave us a list of who was working on this particular case.
All right, I'm going to call... Hold on, give me a second. I just got a phone number. I'm trying to see if this is the actual surgeon who did this. Give me a second. Or if it is just one of the surgeons that was there. So I have the phone number now. I'm just waiting on more information. Man, it feels good knowing people. Hey. Because I am at the most one person away from any phone number I want.
Yeah, 6 degrees of separation.
No, I don't even get to the third or second degree.
Yeah. No?
It is the surgeon.
He's picked up.
No, it's not picked up. It's still ringing.
Yeah, but how have you confirmed it is the one who performed the operation?
Because I've just been told.
Or you're asking?
Yeah.
You're asking him?
No.
Or somebody close to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. It'd be nice to have him on the podcast, though.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of nerdy
conversation that we're going to have
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot about my body, my own body. And people, here's a quick question. And I'm asking everybody in the room. So can everybody have, I think I've asked this question before. I'll start with you because you're the closest to me. Which part of your body, go up, get off your phone, because I feel like you're going to Google. Which part of your body is fully developed the day you're born?
Eyes.
I've asked you this before, haven't I?
I just know. And your eyes don't change size your whole life.
True.
Yeah.
Which part of your body gets cold first when you die?
Cold?
Yeah.
Your what?
Your what? Your feet. Yeah.
I was about to say fingers and toes because they're the like even in cold countries, if you're out there in the naked, the first things to fall off are the nose and the toes, the fingers and the toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which of your senses are the last to go when you die?
Hearing.
Yeah. Apparently, some people in rare cases can hear their funeral. Not that your brain can register it, but your sense of hearing is still active.
You see, my pushback to that is, how do you prove that if somebody's dead? Has anybody ever come back to tell us?
No.
I died, but I could hear you guys.
Kalenga. You are able to hook up machines to people even after they are dead.
Yes, but how does it confirm that this person's still hearing?
Yeah, again.
Because I mean, you could have been dead for 3 days and they put these machines in you.
Yeah.
How are they going to confirm whether they're hearing or not?
Do you understand how the nerves work? Do you understand? Elon Musk has opened Neuralink. You understand how absolutely. So you are able to put a chip and hook machines up to a person's brain to see what senses are still active even after they die.
Until I see
the heart monitor is one thing that tells you that the heart has stopped.
That's one thing, because the heart is active, it's pumping, I can see it. But for something that you can't see, especially when it comes to sound and you're traveling in nerve endings, for me, I think it's a bit hard to prove.
No, I don't think it is. I think it is very easy to prove. Because all these things are interconnected to your brain, no?
Yeah.
The challenge question is that even somebody who is in coma, even like for 2 or 3 years, they will tell you that
I was hearing
the
stuff.
person can hear.
Yeah, but they're still alive. And they can come back to confirm that to me. That's my point.
But that's the last thing they would ever do. They couldn't move, they couldn't do anything.
But they were hearing.
Exactly. So it's
but they're alive.
And the doctor can tell you that this person can hear you.
But you guys are giving cases of people who are alive.
No, my point again is there is a way. Again, if you do you know that? Okay, hold on.
Let me Google it to prove it.
As you do that, let me ask you a different question. Well, pay attention to me for a second.
I'm listening.
If you hook up the same devices to your brain and you stub your toe, would that register in your brain?
Yeah, it will.
How?
Because you've tapped on a nerve ending which takes signal to the brain.
Precisely.
But if you question, I'm just trying to understand how they do it, how they prove it with the hearing.
I'm still going. If you still have the same equipment hooked to your brain and you burn your tongue, does your brain register that? Yes. So why is it that those senses that I've just told you, if your brain can register it, why can the sense of hearing also not be able to register on your brain?
Hold on. I asked because I told you my young brother can't hear, right?
Yes, you did. And I had an amazing conversation with him in my house when you left him.
Yeah. And a lot of tests have been done.
Wait, let me make fun of your brother for a second. So I put on a movie. Actually, no, I put on Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Hey, bro. You like the song? Very good sense of humor, that dude. Yes, your brother.
So a lot of tests have been done on his ears, right? And some of them, like some of the stuff you've mentioned, does make sense. But a lot of times, we've been to tests as far as we've been out of the country to do these tests. And they can't find what the problem is.
Witchcraft.
You know what I mean?
Witchcraft.
So that's why I'm thinking, if what you're saying actually works, then we could find a solution.
I've just told you what the solution is. Go to Justin, the guy that got arrested in prison. Tell him to fix your brother's hearing.
So we've gone to a doctor who made headlines 3 years ago for being the first doctor in the whole world to cure deafness. We get to South Africa, and what does this doctor say? Not in such severe cases.
Not what?
In such severe cases.
Severe?
I'm like, so what are you famous for then? You know what I mean?
Wait, so your brother's case is severe?
He said that case is severe, and
could your brother hear?
Yeah, he used to hear until 2014.
And then what happened?
He had a terrible headache and went into a coma for a few days. Then when he came out of the coma, he could hear for a few hours. Yeah.
Can he hear anything? Can he hear sound?
Right now, even a gunshot, he wouldn't hear that. In this room, if somebody fired a gun, he would still be on his phone like nothing is happening.
So he only reads lips.
He's gotten so good at that to the point where if you were on a leveled playing field, say a nightclub where you can hardly hear anyone,
he can tell you what the person is saying.
You can have a conversation in a group. You know what I mean?
There was a video at Jimmy Carter's funeral where Obama was talking to Trump.
And
Did you see
lip
that?
readers were able to pick
Can
up.
we get your brother to tell us what they were saying? Because they kept laughing.
And all the videos that are coming out, just people assuming what they were talking about, right?
Your brother can tell
He
us.
probably could tell us. I think I'll give him a call on that one.
Yeah, give him a call. Give him the video.
Not a call, text him.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. So that's the situation, bro.
Dude, wait.
God is dead.
Wait.
No, we text. No, but he calls, eh? You guys are making this funny now. Yeah, so we have found a solution for him, and it's going to cost about $15,000.
Why does he have a phone?
He texts. You better communicate with him by text. Sometimes he'll call and just tells you what he wants. Because he knows, even if you speak back, you're not going to hear. So he's going to call you and tell you there's something coming on the bus, this and this time. Please pick it up for me. Send it to blah, 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 blah. And you cut the line. Yeah. So we've got to use that line of communication with him.
Who's his favorite musician?
Eminem. Because that's probably some of the music he last heard. Because, I mean, he hasn't heard any music or listened to any music.
You said what year?
2014. It's been going to 11 years this August.
So he's never heard Your Maps?
Nope.
He's blessed.
Yeah, so it's been all of 11 years. So the solution apparently is in India. But we need about $15,000 for that. Yeah.
Give me a second.
So
Hold on.
I've actually met someone who went through the same thing. He also recently came back from India for the same operation we're trying to take my young brother for. So they put a magnet in your brain. Okay? And then another magnet on the outside of your skull. Yeah. So you can actually remove it and stick it onto your skull. So that magnet on the outside picks up vibrations and sends to the other magnet inside your brain and then sends signal to your ears and then you can hear. Yeah. It looks very...
What time is it in San Francisco right now?
It's early morning. Probably 5, 6 in the morning. And they're trying to wake somebody up.
Say 5, 6 in the morning? This could be a solution your brother needs.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no answer. He'll call back
later.
I'll let you know how that goes.
All right.
Have you been reading the comments on the episodes that we do, just you and I? We've been getting quite a lot of good feedback. Yeah. Some people... Oh, it says, let me call you in an hour. That's fine. There's people like this, so we can give you what you like. What were your thoughts on the Triple M episode? And people, listen, it's not Mojito, all right? This is like the third or the fourth person that keeps calling it that. What were your thoughts?
He did... Anyway, let me not accuse him of having an agenda because he did say when he came on that he would like to promote a song after the episode or during the episode, yeah. I think he really came to clear the air on the whole Dandy Crazy issue, and I think he did it to the best of his abilities, as best as he thought he could. Yeah. Why? What did you pick up?
Oh, hey, guess who just texted me?
Speak of
Mr. Chibuye Andrew. I feel he did well to control the narrative. And I said this to him, that whether or not you're going to come on the podcast or whether or not you're going to speak about it won't stop people from talking. And it is possible. Sorry, just got an update from Andrew Chibuye. He says, hey, brother, how you doing? Quick update. I'm possibly needing to extend my stay this side past the weekend. Client's demand. This weekend will be tricky as a result. My apologies. So you heard it live. We will not be able to do the Andrew Chibuye episode. I think we'll do it when he comes back from Cape Town.
That'll be good.
Sure thing, Baba. Give me a shot when you're back.
There's something I forgot to mention when we were talking about World Health Organization. Yeah. And I think I had this conversation with you a few days or weeks ago about African medicine and how we, as Africans ourselves, look down upon African medicine when it's...
Which makes no sense.
Which makes no sense when in many cases it's proven to be...
A lot more effective.
Yeah.
And that is what we relied on before the white people came.
Exactly. I'll give a perfect example. In 2008, when my dad had a stroke. Yeah, 2008, my dad had a stroke. We go to the hospital and they gave him all sorts of medicines because it affected his left side, right? So he was immobile on the left side. Hand, leg, and half his face. Let's just say half the body.
I had a horrible dirty joke, but okay.
Yeah, half his body was immobilized. And they tried everything from the hospital. They give you all these BP medications, something to do this and this and this.
Didn't work.
Dude, we kept giving him that stuff every day for over maybe 2-3 weeks. And then this lady shows up at home and she says, "Hi, I'm from the neighborhood and I heard the man of the house is down with a stroke and the left side of his body is down. Can I see your garden?" And she takes my mom to the garden and they go around looking at the plants, the flowers and everything. And they get to I think it looks like, the elephant ears, right? Yeah, it looks like one of those. So she pulls that out and gets the bulb at the bottom of it. It looks like an onion, like a big brown onion. Crushes it, puts in a container of water. She puts in a pot. They boil it, sieve, and they get all the red juice out of it. Puts in a container, like a 2.5 liter container. And she says, "Make him drink this in the morning. Do not be alarmed with what will happen at night. It's normal." So, and it's really bitter stuff. You could see from the man's face and how you could see, like from his facial expressions, how bitter this drink was. So he drinks a few cups of it and he says, "I can't take this anymore." He goes to sleep. At night, mom comes to wake me up, says, "I don't know what's going on. The man is just shaking, like terribly shaking, like..."
Don't do that.
Like a fever kind of shaking, like spasms, you know what I mean? Call the lady. We call the lady. This is like 21, 22. We called the lady and said, "This is what's happening. He's shaking terribly." And she says,
"I told you it's normal."
I told you it's normal. It means, I think she mentioned nerves or veins opening up on the left side of his body. The following day, my dad started walking. I kid you not. Herbal medicine. As if that's not enough. A few years ago, a cousin of mine had some kidney issues and they would had to open her up and put tubes, I think for dialysis or whatever. I think it was dialysis, if I'm not mistaken. Another person just shows up from another ward and says, "I know this problem affecting the kidneys. I'll bring you something tomorrow." The bark of, those butterfly-shaped, the trees with the leaves that are shaped like butterflies? One of those species. So bark from that, you boil it, and they gave my cousin. She was on medication for weeks as well. She was in hospital for quite a while. 2 cups of that, and she got cured out of hospital. Imagine that. And in my mind, I'm thinking, why are we so brainwashed into believing only stuff that comes in from the West is the good stuff, when our stuff is even more effective and not even processed at all?
Because the white man told you that?
And they've branded it better.
Yep.
So we need to start believing in our own stuff, man.
So this woman from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Gob, were you listening to this story? Were you? The one that Kalenga just told us about the dad having a stroke. Please take the microphone because I'd like to have a conversation with you and not him. So Kalenga says that after his dad had a stroke, this woman from the neighborhood came to the house and she says to Kalenga's mother, "Can we take a walk around your garden?" They took a walk around the garden.
Are you going to say I should have bottled this and commercialized it?
No. I'm not talking to you, sir. They took a walk around the garden.
Yeah.
And they got to that one flower which she then crushed the root. How do you think that woman knew that that flower was in the garden?
So on the Copper Belt,
I kid you not.
So every house has that flower?
On the Copper Belt, I kid you not. I think it's the way the houses were being built. You're going to find that 99.99% of the plants that's on this house, on the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. Every house is going to have a mango tree.
Elephant ears.
Yep, elephant ears, guavas.
Pine tree in the corner somewhere. Almost every yard, yeah.
All right.
And then your fence is going to be, what do you call those? It gets what do you call those? They've got like thorns and the flowers a little pink.
Purplish, pinkish, yeah. Almost every yard has those, yeah.
Yeah. Like 99.999% of the houses.
Say a word. Oh, serious?
So, because it's a mine township, if you can call it. So you find that whoever was doing the urban and regional planning, the landscaping it's a proper project management and say, okay, cool, we need X amount of plants, this and this, each house. So it is so similar. Nobody grew up saying you didn't grow up in a mansion because the houses are all the same.
Are all similar. Yeah.
The plants are the same. The driveway is the same. The plants in the driveway are the same.
Pretty much,
literally.
Because
and probably the next question you would ask is, oh, how did this lady know? Believe me, it's so much of a small community. Everybody knows everybody and what's happening.
No, of course, no. About the dad having a stroke. Obviously, everybody in the street would most likely know. So that I just found it strange that a person would come to my house and say, let's walk around your garden, and they're looking for one specific flower. Like, fam, who told you that I've got that flower in my house?
Also, it basically saying that let's go to my friend's house and the Wi-Fi connects automatically.
That
I get you.
That part.
Fam.
Because I'm just going to bring the flower from my house.
And then she started saying something that I found quite profound. She said, I'm a herbalist and I've studied plants so much, and you will find that a lot of the plants that you will find in the wild, the leaves of those plants are actually shaped like the organ that they cure in a human being. He says God has planted these things. Yeah. Like even for the stroke, she said, have you seen how this is shaped like a heart? Your heart pumps blood and the stroke is mostly
what happens to the plant that cures?
What?
Nothing.
Your herpes?
Guys, I gotta go. You wear my shoes.
Dude, but Coin, remember even for the Sondashi formula, even though he's proven a lot of people have gotten cured from it, we've been told not to believe in it.
Yeah, because once you find the cure for AIDS, lots of people will be broken.
Yeah, but I mean, even in America, how many people do you see dying of AIDS nowadays? They are saying people don't die from HIV anymore in America. Also, it's in the ARVs. That's where the money is. So if you find a cure, you mess up with their money.
Chris Rock said the same thing, that these pharmaceuticals are like drug dealers. The money is on the comeback.
Yes.
That's where they get you.
I'm going to say this, K+. The guy that created that car, if you heard about it, that ran on water.
Yeah.
He got killed within 24 hours.
Yeah.
You will not do that. The glass is half empty, half full. Depends how you take it.
Hey, listen. Let's cut this short. Let's do this again, same time. You know the channel. We're up to 80,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Let's keep hitting that button up until we get to 100,000. I would love to have Shadiah on this podcast. I've spoken to him before. He's game. I think we need to speak to Elsha and Sashin to make this shit happen. So we go to Zim and have Shadiah on the podcast. But
oh crap, Coin.
Hey, we gotta go.
Okay, this was like 10 years ago. But they were talking about the Sondashi formula itself. They're saying it has continued despite some public perception that the government has abandoned the research work. So it's still ongoing. Probably one day the World Health Organization will allow it.
Yep.
You need to bounce? Okay. To the next episode. Have a lovely day. And remember to click on that subscribe button like Dawson said.